Hi everyone, it's been a pretty interesting week. I was lucky enough to get some exposure from the BBC about a recent survey that Marmalade Insurance conducted, and this survey was literally to see the kind of abuse that learner drivers and driving school vehicles get when they're out on the road. And the stats are pretty alarming, to be honest. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but this exposure has been a godsend, to be honest. What's actually gone on since then, that someone has created a petition, and this petition online is to get the government to actually look into this situation and see whether there's anything that can be done about it. Now for me, this is great news. Hopefully if this goes further, what it's going to allow learner drivers to do is to get a more balanced learning experience. Now, I'm not trying to say that learner drivers or novice drivers should have everything absolutely perfectly easy. No, that shouldn't be the case. They do need to be challenged, but my issue is that learner drivers are picked on and their job is much harder than the average driver. So in fairness, for me, this is a good thing. But as these next few examples show, this prejudice still goes on virtually a daily basis. I will start by saying with this clip that this is particularly badly marked, and even on driving tests the examiners say to the pupils at this point the left lane becomes a left turning lane only, so they actually have to get into the middle section of road. I'm also going ahead, so when the bus wants to come out I hold back and let him go. He's also going into that middle section. Now from here you can't actually see the markings on the road, but the lorry coming up from behind can definitely see them. As the lights change and the bus moves forward, you'll be able to see what I mean. And even though the lorry has found himself in the wrong lane to go ahead, he still continues up the left side and tries to bully the learner car out of the way. So he's in the wrong and acts in that way. How would have a novice driver reacted in that situation? This bout of aggression towards the learner car came from absolutely nothing. We've got a set of lights and the road a little further narrows into one lane. And it's the car that's out of view to our right, the black Golf, who seems to take his aggression out on the driving school car for no apparent reason. This again is me driving. Then a little further up the road, the Golf gets his chance to overtake the learner because he's got to be in front. The space is a little small, but it's no problems. I'll let him go. What he just said with his head out the window was, "Are you taking the piss, lad?" This again is another clip where the driver behind is taking his frustration out on the learner vehicle in front for no apparent reason. The Ford Focus that's approaching from behind simply wants to go left, and he's frustrated at the fact that I can't move up and let him drive across the pavement. I've got music on at the minute, so nothing can be heard because of copyright. But have a quick listen to his beep. His frustration's getting worse. He starts to point, and then he moves forward to try and put me under pressure. I've obviously got nowhere to go. His level of frustration is getting worse, and I've noticed this, so I turn my music down. He's getting more agitated and he's taking it all out on the driving school car. I'm glad the lights changed and we were able to move at this point. It reduces the risk and danger. But even now his frustration of being behind the learner car hasn't ended. he tries to cut through the shops and get in front of me again. Most driving instructors don't care whether we get overtaken or not, and that includes me. Just please, do it safely. Just do it in the same way you would do to a police car. I'd like to thank everyone for their support, and if you really believe in my views about eradicating abuse towards learner drivers, if you could sign this petition, that would be a massive help. I'll leave a link in the description. And as always, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you all soon.